Arne Slot's masterstroke, how the Dutchman led Liverpool to a historic Premier League title. Arne Slot's first season at Liverpool has already been etched into Anfield folklore in a campaign that saw the club lift its 20th top-flight title, equaling the long-standing record. Many are asking, what exactly did the Dutch manager change to steer Liverpool to glory? What did he tweak that transformed the club from mid-table finishers in 2023 to Premier League champions in 2024? The departure of Jurgen Klopp from Liverpool last January sent shockwaves through the football world. Klopp, the man who had brought unprecedented success to the club with his high-intensity football and magnetic personality, announced he would step down after a monumental 6-year tenure. When Klopp said, "Liverpool 2.0 doesn't stop after I leave. It's just the start of another project with a really good squad." The message was clear. The journey was far from over. Despite Klopp's departure, Liverpool was still built on a solid foundation. Klopp had already reshaped the squad in 2023, making key changes, particularly in midfield, that almost propelled them to a historic quadruple. However, a third-place finish in the Premier League and just a Carabao Cup to show for the season signaled the end of an era. Enter Arne Slot. Appointed in May, Slot was tasked with stepping into Klopp's gigantic shoes. His challenge was immense: how to maintain the winning mentality, the high standards, and the style of play that Liverpool had become known for, while also introducing his own philosophy. Few predicted that Slot, in his debut season, would be able to lead the Reds to their second-ever Premier League title. Yet, here we are, discussing one of the most remarkable managerial debuts in modern Premier League history. A calm revolution, Slot's quiet approach. From the very start, Slot made it clear that he was not interested in trying to be Klopp 2.0. Unlike his predecessor, who was famous for his fiery touchline antics and wild celebrations, Slot is the embodiment of calmness. His first press conference at Anfield was a sharp contrast to Klopp's usual whirlwind introductions. There were no grandiose promises, no fiery speeches, just a quietly confident man with a clear vision. In fact, Slot's first gesture as Liverpool manager was telling. He opted to live in an apartment in the city, rather than the sprawling Formby house that had once been the home of Steven Gerrard, Brendan Rodgers, and Klopp. This understated approach has been a hallmark of his managerial style. No wild gestures or loud fist pumps. No chasing down officials on the touchline. Slot's leadership is grounded in consistency, calmness, and discipline, and his team has responded accordingly. But don't mistake Slot's serenity for a lack of decisiveness. His willingness to make bold, unpopular decisions has been key. In his very first match, he substituted young Jarell Quansah at halftime for failing to win aerial duels. Meanwhile, the likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold and Darwin Núñez have felt the sting of his ruthless side, showing that behind the calm demeanor lies a manager unafraid to make tough calls when necessary. The off-field tweaks. A new regimen. Slot didn't just bring tactical changes, he also introduced key off-field tweaks to Liverpool's routines. One of the first moves was to institute an earlier reporting time at the AXA training ground. 9:15 a.m. became the new standard. Additionally, compulsory team breakfasts were added to ensure the players were starting their days with the right nutrition, something that Slot believed was crucial for peak performance. Perhaps the most significant change, however, was Slot's decision to let players stay in their own homes before home matches. This was a departure from Klopp's policy, which saw the squad typically stay in city center hotels before Anfield fixtures. Slot explained, "People who know more than me tell me that you always sleep better in your own bed." That simple yet impactful shift allowed players to rest better, feel more comfortable, and arrive at Anfield with a sense of familiarity that contributed to their sharpness on match days. But these changes weren't just about player comfort. Slot's approach was all about reducing the physical toll on his squad. Injuries had plagued Liverpool during Klopp's final season, and Slot knew that reducing the intensity of training without compromising on fitness would be key. With the help of his new physical performance coach, Ruben Peters, Slot restructured the training regimen. Instead of intense, high-octane sessions, Slot's training was designed to focus on quality over quantity, helping to reduce the injuries that had derailed Liverpool's 2023 campaign. Tactical evolution, less chaos, more control. On the pitch, the changes were just as noticeable. Under Klopp, Liverpool was known for its high-pressing, fast-paced, chaotic style, a style that became synonymous with gegenpressing. But Slot, ever the